Timer is set for 45.
Welcome to the NWGO podcast. The voice giving you this introductory lesson right here is Big Uncle Zach Maslany. What up, everybody? We got my partner in crime.
That's me, dude.
JM J-Hole Holland. Woo! The host of Never Again Radio, Mike Fauerbach.
What's up, man? What's up, man?
It's Monday again, and we're here, and it is, we're dealing with the plague, dealing with a whole bunch of stuff, but we seem to make it here every Monday like it's our job. And Finishers Enterprises, Never Again Studios, running smoothly during this coronavirus. JM, thoughts, feelings?
What a good intro.
Corona sucks, dude. I hate Corona.
Yeah,
going
shit
crazy.
Blows. People are going crazy for sure. I mean, I see a lot of people getting shot, stuff like that.
People are getting shot?
Yeah, if you look, every now and then I check into the news just to see what's up. But once they said it was at least the lockdown was to the end of this month, I really stopped paying attention to it because I didn't want to get so mad every day. But it's actually helped me out. It's taking a lot of burden off my chest. And I don't have to, just seeing those people, I just want to punch the shit out of them. And then I don't have to, hear what's going on. Because, I know a lot of people, my family and stuff, they just take whatever the news, they got cable. So whatever the news tells them when they turn it on, that's exactly the story they're going for. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are doing that, which is cool. But what sucks about that for us is I don't really go off what the mainstream believes most of the time. I mean, there are a lot of conflicting things going on right now. A lot of people think there's some crazy conspiracies going down where it's, pedophiles are getting arrested and they're putting them on ships and everything. And a lot of people some people just think I am into conspiracies for sure. I did watch, what's the name of that one? Out of the Shadows or something? Out of the Shadows. That was an interesting one about Hollywood. Dude, and
that shit was
pedophiles and stuff.
It's not interesting.
Yeah. What really gets me,
dark.
Yeah, it is dark as shit, dude. It's crazy. A lot of people's been sending that to me too. A lot of people were like, dude, watch this one. I'm really interested. The whole thing is crazy. I know Chris D'Elia, you were talking about how Chris D'Elia is what was he saying?
He was saying how if you believe any of this stuff or you think Pizzagate was real or you think Hillary Clinton was fucking kids, he was joking.
Yeah.
But you're the brunt of the joke, you know what I mean?
That's what he thinks. Yeah, you should, dude. You should probably get a little bit closer.
Oh shit, it's just so loud. I don't. All right,
that's much better. Yeah. But I think that
talking to the mic. Should I get up on it?
Well, sometimes the other ones,
glorious.
The ones that Ross had, you used to have to be these ones you can be a little bit farther away.
Yeah,
but,
I feel I don't want to scream in your ears.
Yeah, I don't. It's a tough one, man. It is the Pizzagate thing. Yeah, the Pizzagate thing with I know Chris D'Elia is joking, but man, because I haven't looked at that in a while, but when you read those emails and when they show those emails that are WikiLeaks dropped or whatever, that's insane. Explain that. That's a tough one. It's gonna be hard to explain the Obama and the hot dogs and all that shit.
Yeah, what was the general idea behind Pizzagate for anyone who doesn't know?
Well, Pizzagate is it is a pizza place in Washington D.C. And somehow in the Podesta emails, I don't even know who Podesta is. I just know he looks like the fucking guy from Lincoln Park.
Google Podesta art.
Yeah.
And you can figure out who that is.
And his art, the art that was in the pizza shop owned by, I know way too much of this shit, James Alefantis. The pizza shop that was owned by this guy had a lot of weird, creepy, sexual kid, molesting type art. Really weird kid molesting type art.
Yeah, I just Googled it. The first three things that came up.
Yeah.
What a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, weird. And I know they said there were all types of stuff and some crazy guy ran in there and, people take it too far. People take everything too far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people, but then again, some people huff, huff duster.
Yeah.
There are people like that out there that huff items, you know. So I'm not
What are you
surprised.
talking about?
I'm just making a correlation between that
Who was
there
the girl
are
on
crazy
A&E?
ass stupid people in the world. Like, yes, some people are gonna hear something like Pizzagate and take it way too far and like believe that they had kids in the basement and then they said there was no basement or whatever. I don't know all the exact facts, but what is crazy about it is the reason they know about this place is there were emails that was this Hillary Clinton that somehow the emails got leaked because she didn't use a legit. I think they're still going to court on all this shit, though. You know, I think it's still in court, so it's not completely finalized. But they're like, you know, well, dude, Snopes says that it's fake, so it's fake. Well, I mean, how do you believe some random website? You know, so I don't know. And then when you read those emails about you know, Hillary Clinton, Obama, and they're like getting, you know, a bunch of hot dogs, $65,000 on hot dogs, and they're getting pizza. Do you want pepperoni? You know, are we using the same channels? Like, are we? They say a lot of weird stuff. They're like, is it an hour? You know what I mean?
I need
Like
hairless pizza.
Yeah, they said so much weird, disgusting stuff. So you think to yourself, like, okay, that's going to be for me. I don't know what's going on, but that's a tough one to explain. That's going to be hard.
It's called Pizzagate because the code word they're using in the emails for supposedly it's clear that they're using pizza as it's not pizza.
Yeah.
Like they're ordering pizza for an hour. Like who orders pizza for an hour? You know what I mean? Shit like that. It's clear that this word is a code name for something in this email.
And if you read what the FBI put out on. Now, I haven't looked this up. I mean, it was on a YouTube video, but, you know, they showed a document that the FBI put out for different symbols and words that are used by pedophiles to show, you know, as code word, basically, when they're sending emails and stuff like that. So even if you look, they show in Disney. You know, I haven't. Again, there's a video I saw.
Right. There's all, I
in
forgot
Disney
about all that
in the
weird
new.
Disney
I don't know
shit.
what. Yeah, I don't know what the newer one's called, but it's like because I haven't seen any of the newer like cartoons. But one of them has the pedophile, like I don't know if it's a triangle or some kind of weird circle.
It's a triangle within a triangle.
On the arms of the fucking thing that's on. It's a Disney movie. I forget what it's called.
Well, there was always rumors growing up, and you could see it in some of them where there's like dicks in the art. And there's, like, all kinds of weird
we knew
shit
about
like
that when we were kids. And then like I tried to tell my dad about it. He's like, no way. And then you show it to him. He's like, well,
yeah,
damn,
It's
shit.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's what that documentary was about. It was about the CIA
yeah.
using like the media to send you shit, like to control you.
So how was the Podesta guy involved?
I don't even know who that is, to be honest with you. I think he's in the government somehow, and they were all emailing each
His
other.
art's fucking like
Oh no, that's
really.
There's two of them,
Off.
right? There's two of them, but he's all. And what's crazy is Podesta. I don't know how this links out. Looks like the dude from Linkin Park. You ever see those two guys next to each other? Holy crap, dude! They look I mean, this has nothing to do with anything, but they look exactly like each other. And the guy from Linkin Park talked about. You know, they were saying he was gonna him and
Soundgarden guy?
yeah, they were gonna put out a thing on like
Chris Cornell.
Yeah, about pedophiles, and they both, you know, got killed, and they both killed themselves in like the same way. Like I don't know, it just seems so weird. All the stuff seems so weird. Sure, coincidences happen.
Well, Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, Epstein thing. Like, come on, dude. Like that's a known thing.
That's now you're just piling it on.
Yeah, Harvey
Yeah.
Weinstein.
Before it was just that. Now it's the Epstein thing on top of it. Now it's the Weinstein thing on top of it. Like,
And people they just dismiss that Pizzagate, and it's like, man, I was like, when I first heard about it, like, I forget who told me, when I first heard about it, I was like, no way. But then those emails got leaked,
Yeah.
and then you read about that, and you're like, what?
There's definitely too many flags to just be like, get the fuck out of here.
Something's going on.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I don't think that the virus is a way for the government and the military. They set the virus up to take out all these pedophiles and all this stuff. I just think that's
to win the election.
That's been going on. That's been going on. You know what I mean? They've been arresting people. You know what I mean? And they still have that. I don't know what the FISA document is, but that's one of those things that we're talking about right now. Like there's some stuff in the courts still going on that it's not really in the news that much that they say, like the stuff with Hillary. They've just been saying they've been trying to get Hillary Clinton's trying not to have to, you know, do another deposition or have to go on the stand about this shit. Like all the emails and all that stuff. I don't know how people shut that down. Like I don't argue people. Like we were talking about this earlier, but there's a lot of guys who want to just go on. Like when I post something up that's kind of controversial, and JM posts a lot more controversial shit than me.
Yeah, I did an abortion meme yesterday.
I love when you guys.
But on Easter Sunday, dude. On Easter Sunday, I did abortion.
Dang, I didn't see. I don't even know if I saw that.
I'm crazy.
But what happens is when people go on and try to argue you. And they write like a long ass thing, and I'm like, I don't read that.
No,
I don't read any of that.
I think you hurt some people's feelings sometimes. I hurt people's feelings sometimes. I don't mean I do mean to, but people hurt my feelings all the time with the shit they say.
There you go.
And I don't, so I just lash. I go back at you.
Yeah, I've been really trying to curb it because I get so mad. Like I wake up if I do, and this what exactly B-Mac, me and him had this conversation at Combat Jiu-Jitsu, and I wake up in the morning, I shouldn't go right into my phone.
No.
And that's how sometimes I get myself in trouble. And then now like this morning, way better mood than I was remember last week I was all bummed and I was talking shit on the governor and all types of stuff, which I still am. But at least I woke up this morning, I walked the dogs, you know what I mean? I came in, then I was checking, it wasn't like as deep in and pissed off as much as I was before because I kind of laying off the news.
I'm pissed off. I'm fucking furious, dude.
Oh no, I'm still mad, but I'm trying to.
I'm going crazy.
I'm trying to suppress it low, deep.
So I was saying to him, it's hard to, like if things are normal and I get up in the morning and I go for a walk and I go for a hike and I get my exercise in, it's off my list, and then I crack at my things, but it's so hard to do all that and not move forward.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, fuck, man. It's like I was exercising for an hour and then doing an hour of cardio and it still wasn't like I'm missing something.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, I just I like doing things, and I like not just doing things, but like which I'm sure most people do. It sounds so stupid.
Whatever, t-shirt.
Yeah, I like doing things. No, but like and just like even in the stuff like our business shit, like we just want to do things every time. Okay, I'm like, all right, I'm in this situation. What can I do? Let me go rent an Airbnb and take my wife and the dogs, and we'll go up and chill at some cabin with a hot tub. They're not allowed to do Airbnbs or some shit. It's like, oh my god, dude.
It's almost like I'm so used to like to problem solving or to figure different avenues out, but then you can't because you're stuck. Like I also like leaving here. I don't like being here all the time.
Yeah.
So sometimes I would just go to a bar in the afternoon and just get lunch and work. And like just not work here, work somewhere else, and that fucking sucks too. It's just you can't fucking do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that. And not to mention, we had to basically shut our whole school down. We had tons of momentum, and me and him were like traveling all over the place and going here, going there. We had seminars set up at Boston University. We're, probably gonna end up going to the UK like we were supposed to, but sometime this year we were gonna, you know what I mean? We had tickets, everything was, and it's hard. And you're just like, now what? You know what I mean? And you just kind of sit around. And I don't want to just sit around. It's hard to just, for me, it's hard to just do push-ups at my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. Yeah.
I was going to ask you guys today.
This is a great time for people who don't work out to work out.
Yeah.
I work out for since birth, or at least the last while. You know what I mean? I should still be working out harder, but I talk shit. I work out every day at my school. But
yeah,
working, I don't work out you know what I mean?
I want to go to. It's hard for me to. I do a little bit of kettlebells and stretching and stuff.
Like nothing's jiu-jitsu. Like I do all that lifting and running and all that because I get to do jiu-jitsu. Like I don't like being in shape for the fuck of it. I get it, it's good for you, but I like to. If I'm not doing jiu-jitsu, it's hard for me to.
Yeah, it is.
I was going to ask you guys that. How hard is that? Not doing.
I've been doing jiu-jitsu twice a day for 7-8 years. That's what I was going to say.
So now you.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to totally lie and say that we don't go into the school, but we own the business, so we go in and we do like a couple people that we know are employees and stuff, and we're there doing business meetings, and we just so happen to train while we're there. It happens, and I'm not like, I know some guys are like, some people are out there like, there's double flexing on both sides. Or I'm still training, and guys are posting that up, and everybody's got to post on their shit. And other guys are like, stay home, you're part of the problem. And it's like both of you guys shut the fuck up and don't mind your own business. That's what everybody should really do, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of everything. Everybody's like, you're not social distancing, or I'm wearing a mask and I'm doing this, and then it seems everything like people want to talk all that shit and tell everyone what to do, but then if there's a situation where they're like, oh well, I'm just gonna go over to my parents' house and see them, and it's like, well, don't fucking tell everybody they're social distancing wrong, and then you're like, when it applies to them, it's okay.
Fine, yeah,
it's okay. They can do what you're doing. But
I did see a lot.
Say all the other bullshit behind it.
I did see a lot of this too yesterday. Like me and my wife stayed home for Easter. We didn't go see any of our family or anything like that. We did try to do some Zoom calls and shit, but for whatever reason, my dog Merlot does not like the Zoom call because people are talking all at once, and she just gets mad and can't. She doesn't know where the voices are, so she gets real scared. So we had to shut that down. But my wife made a good dinner and stuff. We hung out at home, but then like. I saw in our complex, I just saw people showing up, like cars of people showing up with like food, like, hey, we're having Easter. They're just like, hey, fuck it, we're having Easter. And I know some of those people are like, I'm risking my ass and I'm the nurse and I'm, working this and I'm a cop, and everybody has their own thing, and then these people here are in my neighborhood, they're just like, hey, some people were leaving all dressed up and shit like that. I'm like, where are you people going?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing my own thing. I'm not judging anybody totally, but it's like, hey man, like you guys are going nuts on it, and then people are still doing, I just noticed people are doing whatever they want is what it seemed like to me. People are just like, hey, I'm still going to Easter. We're having it.
Yeah.
Jesus said.
It's weird watching it. I don't really talk shit to anybody because I'm in my own situation. I'm by myself. I'm stuck here. Like, so I'm like, early on I was talking to my brother and he's telling me all this stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, our situations are totally fucking different, man. Like, you have two incomes coming in. Your wife and your boss are both getting full paychecks, and you have a house. So like, my money stopped.
Yeah.
Like, so like, I'm not going to stop grinding on what I've been building for the last 20 years to just be fucked. You know what it's like when you stop? I mean, you guys are still putting out DVDs and stuff like that. Like, you can't stop because it takes so much to get everything back going.
Yeah, I'm just working on stuff now that I hadn't had a chance to work on before. And honestly, I'm just relaxing too a little bit. Like, I've been working my ass off for a long time. So it's nice to just, stretch and just chill. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to like relax my mind. But then, I get into stuff, and then that's what sucks. I want to like, I'm going to go to this place, and that place is closed. I'm like, shit. Yeah. I want to get doing on some stuff. Like, I was bummed about UFC being canceled. That does bum me out.
I was talking to a couple people, and they were like, they just kept doom and glooming it. They were like, we'll see, 7 days. And I'm like, no, it's going on. Dana White did it. And then I saw Hawani, I think, broke it, and then immediately Dana White came on.
Who
Instagram
shut that
Live.
down?
Disney.
Disney. There you go.
Disney shut it down.
Back at it. Who's in charge of everything?
Disney
Even
owns
Netflix.
ESPN.
You gotta watch everything that's on your TV. Someone else is paying for, so that you watch that.
I tried to explain that to someone the other
influence.
day. Yeah,
it's influence.
They're like, dude, they put up this new conspiracy theory one on Netflix. I'm like, bro, there's no way Netflix is putting out the real shit.
Yeah,
they're putting out what they want you to think.
Yeah,
not even that. It's just it's there's only all the media that you have, right? This is in that documentary, they talk about it.
Yeah,
the Out of the Shadows, that it's owned by 5 or 6 companies. It's like the big 6. It's been since the 40s.
And
you can't. It's it's entertainment, but
didn't Disney just bought Fox or something?
Disney owns a lot of shit. They own Marvel. They own
ESPN. And my buddy texted me,
that's not shocking to
me. They got
I've
The Simpsons on too. They got Fox, dude. That's how I was like, what? Yeah. How much money? Like, if you're like, how much do you think it costs to buy Fox?
Well, this is what's going on though. All these big companies. There's only a couple of them. There's not, with Amazon buying everything and, Disney buying everything. Like, how are they going to continue to keep growing? Because that's what they're just going to keep chugging forward. And at a certain point, it's going to be, we're just stuck at home, just shopping at Walmart and consuming
online, and
not even doing anything. Like, it's like a farm thing, but like they're farming people. I feel like
that's kind of what they want. I think they want you to stay home, so that way you're just on the computer, you're on the phone,
ordering from Amazon, going to Walmart.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely going to change a lot of shit with
everyone's the same.
With people.
I'm not gonna be the fucking bottom feeding class of people that's serving that. I'm gonna be out of there. I'm gonna be on the side of that shit. I'm not gonna like be in the top either. I'm just gonna be out here.
Somewhere on the realm of...
I'm going to make a corner turn, like a K-turn or something. I got to get out of that. But yeah, it's fucking scary, dude, because like, are they really trying for this? Because if you watch the conspiracy theory, all this going on, I mean, you're still... If you don't believe in any of the conspiracy thing, the I don't know, it's crazy. When you start thinking about that shit, and then you're like, all right, so what if they really are the people that are like, that these things are saying they are? I think it's somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, where the news and shit is pushing.
Like what he was saying, there's somebody who always takes it too far.
There's the people using masks, and they go by what the government says all the time, 24/7, and then there's the other side that thinks, you know, the conspiracy shit. I don't know. I think it's the truth has got to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, it's they believe the deep conspiracy stuff, and then there's that person who's just like, this whole thing is like the virus is fake, and like they just believe that, and then the other people just go, okay, CNN, you tell me exactly what I'm just gonna go exactly off what because you even see in that one with the media how they have. Like they show like a quick clip of like a minute where just showing all these different places are saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so you wonder why people start getting out on the fringe when they're like, man, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to just be in some cookie cutter thing. Like I feel like they're not telling the truth. They're just saying what they're told to say, you know? Like that one girl that one girl who did report on the Pizzagate, man, she was getting awards and all types of stuff from everywhere. She reported on that and that was it. I'm surprised she even did that documentary, dude. You know, because they'll come after you for that stuff. You know, if you go out there and put the wrong shit out.
There's too much. I mean, there's momentum behind it now. There's like all these people, more and more, you know, people send me the things, they see it. You know what I mean? I go to Easter. You know, that's why I put shit like that on my Instagram. It's like just to get you to maybe think what I'm worried about certain shit. You know, I'm not like trying to push any agenda. I'm worried. Like, is this shit true? Like, ask your dad what he thinks about that shit. Like, oh, JM put on his Instagram about this like vaccine. Like, I don't know. I just feel like people should be talking about it with each other, and they have to be.
Yeah, it's crazy though because there's so many different. Everybody just gets mad.
Like the corona vaccine, Bill Gates shit. I mean, people now.
What was Bill Gates trying to do?
Dude, there's videos of him talking about like population shit control.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's
pushing vaccines. He had to step down from his shit. Dude, it's mad. Like that's maddening to me. Like,
I keep hearing chirps about Bill Gates.
But why what gets me is why would we listen to Bill Gates about doctor? It's so crazy to me that
computers,
people,
dude.
Yeah,
he's not a
computers.
doctor.
He's not a doctor.
That makes no sense. But some people want to listen to exactly what the doctors say and the nurses say, and I say I don't really go by that all the time. Like I'll hear what they have to say and I'll heed advice from them, but usually they're not always right. You know, that's why there's so much crazy shit happens. And I'm not blaming them. It's just hard. You don't know half the time. They're only going off the book or going off some chart. Oh, you tore your ACL? Well, you're 36 and you're this old and it should take you this much to come back. So they don't really know. You know what I mean? They don't. It's tough to go off that. But then it's the people who want to believe directly in that. They also go, oh, I'll take a vaccine from Bill Gates. Oh, if there's a vaccine,
they want the
doctor
vaccine.
said it's cool.
Give me the vaccine. Give it to me.
I'm like, dude.
Like, I don't want a fucking vaccine, dude. Like,
I'm like, from Bill Gates? I don't know.
They're talking about papers. You know, there's rumors of that, like that you're going to have papers that you have antibodies for corona. Imagine, I mean, that sounds like fucking Nazi shit.
Yeah.
Dude, this is like, to me, this is like a war going on. Like, to me, this is like, there's evil trying.
It's a battle for freedoms.
Yeah. It's not a joke. It's not like, it's funny, you know? But dude, it's evidence right in your fucking face. Every day you go outside, there's people wearing masks.
Yeah.
There's fucking people wearing masks.
It seems like a battle.
How do you know that shit's real? Like, that even, I mean, I'm not saying Corona's not real, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to be forced to do the mask thing. Like, I don't know. It's wild to think
Jersey
about.
Says you have to wear a mask if you go.
They're taking it real serious. People beat you up if you don't got a mask on.
Yeah.
People like confront you, like if you don't have a mask on in places
They're
like that.
let's get
I'm like,
blood
I
all
will
over
fucking
each other.
Dude, yeah, no, I've had
You
people.
better wear a mask.
What is that?
I'll make us bleed.
But that's what happens is you're the majority of the people are accepting what they're given, and then they're pushing it on the rest of the society. And it's like if you don't stand up for it, then it's inch by inch they take it. They don't take it all at once.
Yeah, and there's been a big change with how things go. Like even with like wearing the MAGA hat and all that, like it seems like things are leaning towards violence now. And like now, like what you're saying, like, hey, you know, you're not wearing a mask. Now you're confronted and be like, what the fuck? Like, and it's anger. Well, it's not conversation anymore.
This they talked about on Rogan before when he's had social media people on, and they talk about how they curb a lot of right-wing stuff, and they're like, all the social media places like Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, they're all more left-leaning. You know what I mean? They admitted it, and they have like people on there arguing about it.
Oh yeah, they had the Twitter guy on, and then Rogan was like giving him a chance to like explain why they do this shit.
He doesn't know though. But then
I don't think
it's
they really
people,
came to an answer.
But I don't think it's probably not the guy, that main guy. It's probably just people
Absolutely
on the
not.
inside, just like, oh yeah, we'll do that. But then they want people to, they want to sway you one way. I don't think that's. I don't even remember what I was going to say. But I know what it was. They've caught people. They paid people to go to like rallies and start fights.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now it's the same thing with the mask. They're going to have things where they pay people to go out there and media outlets to report bad shit and get people scared. And the whole thing to me is crazy. And I just walk around, I look around at people, and I'm just like, whoa. Like, this is, I mean, that's exactly what he said. I feel like there's a battle between people wanting to take everything away from you, and then people wanting to like, be totally on the outside and be like, I'm not, but there's two, I don't know. It just seems wild to me. Like, even my dad, he would be like, oh, well, we just got to do what they say, even though like he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at what point are you going to get up and start burning shit down or something?
My favorite thing to see is just people being people. Like, I went to Wegmans and there's just fucking gloves and masks all over the parking lot.
What would be
what the fuck?
What would be the line they'd have to cross to be like, yo, Mike, meet me in my house. We're going to fucking City Hall with bats and shit. Like, really, what would it take to like? Because, dude, they used to riot over fucking taxes, like a tax.
Yeah.
We like overthrew this whole country because of a fucking tea.
But that's the thing. Right now, like, if you listen to all the stuff that, or if you look at a lot of the website where Henniger shares, there's people. Believe me, there's people. They're fighting in the courts right now. While all this is going on, what the news is going to tell you that all these people are suing the governor and suing the thing and putting cases on this, saying, "Hey, man, you can't. This is unconstitutional." And that's why they say that Trump hasn't locked anything down, because he's smart in the fact that he doesn't want to be held accountable for when they're like, you took away our freedom. Whoa. Yep. He's like, I never did that.
About that. He was tweeting about that.
He's like, I never told, I'm letting the governors handle it. And it's weird that you notice mostly all the governors that have done it are the Democrat governors. Is that weird?
And the guy that wants to go is the guy running for president. The guy who has in New York wants to run for president. That guy, really that's their only hope. That's their only hope. If that guy runs, that's their only shot. Biden ain't gonna win.
What was that thing he was saying to? I saw there was a clip on that. What was that thing he was saying to Obama? He was saying Obama didn't back Biden because he knows something.
Right. Yeah.
What is that?
I know, but you don't. You might not know.
What is that?
He's the man. But and then I was talking too, like
fake news.
We were talking on the 10WO about it too.
China.
How they're gonna push in. They're gonna start pushing vote by mail. You understand? Like,
I saw a clip on that. He shut that shit down.
I already got an email saying you can vote. They're pushing. I mean, we have a Democratic governor. All of a sudden, they want to change the thing before the election, dude. They're trying they're pulling out all the stops. If Trump wins this again, people are going to jail. Supposedly, I don't know that for sure. Yeah. But from what I hear and from what I see, and from what people send me, people don't send me things that make me think like a Democrat. They send me things that make me think.
Yeah,
like one of those crazy right-wing guys.
I feel like they're definitely running out of ways to get him the fuck out of there. I watched the press conference with him.
They're trying everything.
He's so fucking smooth with those fucking reporters. The one reporter was even just asking about the Tiger
That could
King.
be fake though too. He could be planting some bum ass reporter in there too, and be like, "Hey, ask me this question, and I'm just gonna fucking ring me one."
That's
good TV.
Donald Jr. was on.
It's mostly the guy from CNN.
Donald Jr. was on Jim and Sam, and he comes on there and. Jim asked him, or they asked him about the Tiger King, about like the loose questioning of is it going to be a pardon, and he was kind of beating around the bush with the answer, and he's like, we'll look into it. So then that was asked at the fucking presidential thing, and it was funny because Trump was like, "What son was it?" And they were like, "Donald," or was it Donald Jr. or whatever, and he just starts laughing. He goes, "I figured it'd be him," and then the reporter's like, he goes, "Well, what do you think?" And then he just stops and he goes, "What do you think?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Do you think he should be let out?" And the reporter's like, "Well, I don't want to answer that question." He goes, "Why?" Because then that guy over there is going to tell everybody that you think that Tiger King didn't kill that and did all that. And then he looks at the other reporter and goes, "Hey, what do you think? And I was like, this dude's gangster. Yeah. And then he just goes, yeah, so nobody wants to answer that question. He goes, we'll think about it.
The dude's been doing interviews, and it's just like how when we did the Jokes for Chokes and the comedians were like, we actually did okay. Like when we went up there and Brian, me and him, and they're like, they were like, dang, these guys aren't that bad for the first time. And we talk in front of people, we talk in groups of people all the time. I remember the first time we taught a seminar, and there was like 50 or 60 people there up in Rochester, and I was like, holy shit, it might have been 100. I was like, holy shit, there's fucking a lot of people here, and they're going to listen to us talk. I was like, it was pretty cool. So when we have to do public speaking stuff, it's not that, that bad. Yeah. That's why we do podcasts, honestly, because we like doing it. A lot of guys who teach martial arts or teach something can also, if they put their mind to it, if they're kind of funny, can get in and stuff like that. So Trump's been doing that, like Jeremiah pulling up from the 80s where he was just saying exactly all the shit that's still wrong with our country. You know what I mean? A lot of the shit. And he just thinks like a business guy. No, it was a Trump thing. And he was saying, like, same shit. Like, we're paying all these countries all this money.
Oh, yeah, I did see
You know what I mean? Like, they don't give a shit about us. You know what I mean? We're paying all these places.
And he's got to see the inside of it.
And, dude, and it's just gotten worse. There's people in the streets over here. Like, I don't want this to just be a pro-Republican podcast, but I mean, just some of the things I know there's a lot of things I'm sure I don't agree with, but some of the things are like, the Democrats always, since I've been a kid, have always been about helping people out and pulling people up and let's all pull our money together. And then why are there so many fucking homeless people? They didn't do that for years. How are there more homeless people now? It didn't just start when Trump became in office. Even Bush, like why? And Obama was in for what, 8 years? Why are there so many? The places we've gone to, dude. Like even when I went to Jarrell's wedding, you couldn't walk down the street without 3 different bums coming up to you. We've had people come up to us in L.A. all the time. Why are there so many in these Democratic states? Why are there so many goddamn homeless people? That doesn't make any sense. And he was talking about it in the 80s. Like there's homeless people all over the street. Some of them are war veterans, and we treat them like complete shit, but we're spending billions of dollars to clean up some bullshit country that they don't give a fuck about us. We just wanted to steal their oil, and we're still not helping. We're getting more money. We're losing more money because we're paying out to all these different places. Like Corey from Montreal was like, "Oh, Trump doesn't know anything about trade deals." I don't know anything about trade deals, but it sounds like to me, if we're losing money and our people are getting fucked, I don't know. I don't have to be able to read some trade doctrine. I can just look around you. You know what I mean? Plus, those guys, I love those guys, but they're from Canada, so what the fuck do they know? Stay up there, you Canucks. I love you guys. Shout out to Louis Ho, 10 Planet Montreal. We got to get up there, dude. You know what I mean? But who knows when they're going to let us cross the border now.
When do you guys think, what do you think is going to happen at the end of this month?
I think they're going to extend it again because these guys are a bunch of pussies.
They want this to go till November. Then they want mail-in votes and all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah, and then I'm not surprised if they let us go back, kind of, and then they try to shut it down again.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised.
I talked to a couple people. They said that's what they think is going to happen.
But, I mean, again, no one knows. They keep, but then I saw another article, but you don't know what to believe. I saw another article, or that little mole guy, Fauci, was like, I think at the end of this month, we're going to be able to start rolling out. He was talking about opening up economy. There was an article this morning I looked at where he said he was thinking about, like, at the end of this month, we're going to be able to start getting places up and running. I have noticed in Pennsylvania, I mean, it was the weekend, so I don't know, but I have noticed it's like, it keeps going down. But even the reporting is such bullshit. They're like, there's 20,000 some cases. But that's how many there have been over the past couple of months. It doesn't mean there's 20,000 people that have it right now. You know what I mean? Like they said there's 20,000, so like I just don't believe everything that they tell you. You know what I mean? And that's final. What else is new? Fuck. Mm-hmm. Shit sucks, dude. It does piss me off, though.
Why do you think they canceled UFC?
Because Disney put the dude. Because Dana White and Trump are friends.
People like, no, you can't. Don't do it.
Yeah,
we can't have cool stuff like that. that getting shut down reminds me of like the teacher at the end of class being like, okay, well, if there's nothing else, and someone's like, you didn't collect the homework.
Yep.
And I'm just like, dude, you know what, man?
You had 15 minutes. Like, the cool teacher on a Friday.
That's like when you just see me in the back, like, you know what, dude? I'm gonna pulverize you when we get outside.
So what? Was it just this event, and then he's gonna do Fight Island once the things? Like I was confused by his statement because he came right on.
I think
and the first thing he said was, "Fight Island is real."
I think he's not trying to post too much.
Maybe
about
he's
it
doing Trump a favor and getting people into Epstein on purpose or something. Maybe he's like, about Fight Island?
I think he's trying
I mean?
I think he's just not going to say exactly what he wants anyways. They're keeping it real because if he does just decide to have one out of nowhere,
cancel it. Yeah.
I just think, man, the fighters and stuff, like, I don't understand. People have nothing to do. You want to keep people inside, put a UFC on. There'll be a lot of people watching that shit.
Well, I was just excited to have it back, and my one buddy texted me, and he's like, it's just going to be at least some resemblance of what used to be normal. And he's like, we could get excited for fights again. Like, I hate Gaethje, and I saw an interview with Gaethje, and he was just so excited to fight. He didn't know what was going to happen, and I was like, all right. I'm like, okay, I don't hate him that much anymore, but I was like, this fight's going to be fucking awesome. And then like an hour later.
Didn't he say like, I think I might get fucking killed or something like that, but this is going to be awesome.
He's like, how long do you think you can go? And I think he said like 15 minutes. I got 15 to 18 minutes in. And he's like, if it goes any longer, I'm not in good shape. But he goes, my fights don't usually go past 3 rounds. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm like, this is going to be fucking murder. And then I didn't even care. Rose pulled out. I'm like, whatever. She's probably rubbing quartz crystals together on her farm, so I was like, I don't care that I figured she wasn't going to fight. And then after that, I was like, a couple flags were coming up here and there, and then it just boom, done. And I'm like, fuck off.
Rose had
fuck off.
Rose had like parents or something, or grandparents.
Yeah, I saw.
Had Rona.
People's parents. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like all my older family has to stay home.
Yeah, I don't really see my parents.
That makes sense though. Like to me, like okay, if you're older, stay home.
Yeah.
If you're old, but everyone else that's able-bodied, we shouldn't just be sitting here. Doesn't make sense. That's like I'm not scared of Rona. Like people, I'm not scared of it. It's not gonna kill me. Like
the more people I talk to.
Oh, but what you'll be saying something like Dean will be like, my stepdad. He'll be like, you'll be singing a different tune if you get that shit. I guarantee it. I'm like, dude, if I get it, I just don't believe in it. I won't allow it to kill me, I guess. I don't know. It's just my mindset. I'm not scared of it. But
Z-Packs.
I just think you just go to the doctor like you would normally, or...
I wouldn't even go to the doctor. Yeah, if I had Rona, I'd just be like, nah, I'll just get some NyQuil, I'll sleep this shit off. I mean, that's...
Well, that's what I mean. And when you see people like looking down on you for not wearing a mask and they're like 400 pounds and can barely breathe, it's like, no, wait a minute. You messed up. You should have a mask You should stay home. Because you're out of shape and you could get this and it could be a problem. Yeah, it sucks. Like I missed Easter. Like I missed going down to my Grams, getting Easter candy and seeing my mom and shit. But you can't do it because it is a serious thing. That's why I don't want people. I always say this, but I don't want people to think that we don't think it's a real virus. Like yeah, sure it is, but I don't think it's. Yeah, but it's not gonna like. It's not going to like wipe out. I mean, they were saying millions of people.
It's
now
almost like
they're saying not even close.
It's a signal.
But that's
to me.
good though. That's good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's a signal to me to just like that jiu-jitsu probably ain't for you, or that you're just like you're in the Matrix. You know what I mean? Like the Matrix. There's everyone walking around with their masks, and you're the guys walking around without your mask. And
it wasn't on my list of shit to pick up.
I don't even know where to get them or order them, so I don't know. I like that where it said like the pollution is down so much you can actually see the Matrix.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, I'm probably not gonna do it. I'm thinking I'm just hoping that they just go, May. We gotta let people start coming back.
I mean, I'm gonna do shit. I mean, I've been doing stuff anyway.
I think
Me too.
I think if they do it again, probably by the second week of May, businesses are just gonna start opening.
I know there's a lot of people, there's like tattoo shops and there's like a lot of people that are like, yo, listen, like you got to let me be open and let the people who want to come in and get tattoos at this point come in.
It's my choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether or not I come in or not is up to me. If you want to stay home, I think you should be able to stay home and not pay your bills or whatever, and the government has to pay you money for that. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not selling my life away for $1,200 every 2 weeks. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna do
and
that.
I don't want to. I'm not like people, but that's a thing. That's where I don't get where people are coming from. You should want things to go back to normal. You should want less people to die because it's not as bad as they say it is. You should want guys like us that want to go, and guys like you that want to go back to fucking work and work hard and work the economy and help people and do our thing. Like most people, I'm like we were talking. A lot of people that are just like, yeah, I think we should fucking stay home.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're a bum. You know what I'm saying?
Or you're paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. It's all good too. I would do that too.
Yeah, well then stay the fuck home and
It's
let
just
me go
weird.
out
Like
and do my shit.
even when we do reopen, are we gonna have to deal with like lines outside of places? Only a certain amount of people are allowed in. You got to have a mask on to be in this place. Oh, you don't need masks at this bar. It's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of videos of.
Lines will be drawn.
Maybe we have to do jiu-jitsu with masks on.
No.
They got to sell jiu-jitsu masks.
No,
Nope.
There's definitely going to be viral videos going around of people
You're gonna
like
see that,
arguing.
dude. Watch.
I think good for people.
You better have. Why don't you have a mask on, motherfucker? Like shit
Yo,
like that.
I know, yeah.
In bars, people fighting because they don't have masks
gonna
on.
be-
There's gonna be
it's-
people
Go
making
home.
masks with
Smoking
fucking
section.
straws
New
in
smoking
it.
section,
Yeah.
basically.
There's gonna be like
it's
restaurants that are like,
It's gonna be treated like.
There's gonna be the mask
Yeah.
sections, and
we're doing our part because we're
Yep.
making all of our workers wear masks.
Yep,
You
and
know
then
what
there's
I
going to
mean?
be like people sitting down to eat where they have to take the mask off, so now the mask's pointless. Like it's just going to be so ridiculous.
next
I'm just
everyone's
gonna-
just covered. Just their eyes are out. That's
I'm just
it.
gonna go to one of those places with just a clown nose on and Mickey Mouse hands and just walk in and be like, coronavirus, dude.
Yep, it's going to be the new.
Coronavirus.
It's going to be like the new
whatever you
add-on,
want.
the new add-on for like hipsters and shit.
It
like
already
that.
is.
It's
It
gonna
already
be
is.
fucking.
Yeah,
it's
that
just
was
gonna
it.
be-
Was like trying to catch on a while. I feel like people would wear masks in the
Yeah.
airport. Like I don't want to be breathing these
Yep.
normal people air. You know what I mean? It's like, and now it's gonna be like a part of your outfit. Like, oh, my mask has got to match.
Yeah. And then you see people with like plastic bags
I
on their
fucking hate
Yeah, they're
people,
my
dude.
favorite.
I fucking
They're my
hate
favorite.
people.
They're my favorite.
Motherfucker.
Dude, I'm just if someone's
hate
gonna that's the thing. That's what I'm gonna that's when you're gonna see like the Vince McMahon meme where the eyes turn red and like zoom out, like and he just explodes like Voltron. That's when someone's gonna come in our jiu-jitsu school and look around and be like, how come you guys aren't wearing masks? And it's gonna be like just boom, you're just gonna see me headbutt him through the glass.
There was a
Just be like,
guy.
out.
There was a guy I saw.
Get
I think it was, Rude Jude posted it. The guy had like the swimmer foam, and he like cut it to be like 6 feet. So like people.
Yeah.
But I was like that. Like you could tell by the way the guy looked. He looked like just like an older redneck, and I was like, this dude ain't doing this for social media. Like he really,
Hey, if
he
that's
really made that.
If that's what people want, dude, like if that's what people want, man, if that's what you want, then good luck, man. Things are going to be really shitty. Forget movie theaters, baseball games, jiu-jitsu schools, gyms.
I'll tell you what, the
schools.
movie theater's down. They got all that HD. You can get off of Cody now. Everything's full HD.
Events.
Done.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Shit ain't gonna go back to normal.
Well, there's already movie theaters. I think one of the big chains is done.
Rogan said AMC might
Yep,
be done.
that's what it was. And then I think the Magic over here, like they were holding on. They had one good like theater they rebuilt, and then like you had to pay extra money, but people were going to it. But like that's
Well, how
shit.
about those
They're
monster
done. They're
theaters?
done.
Those are toast.
Yeah.
Even when we were in LA and we went to like one of the biggest theaters where in the most densely populated places, there's barely anyone there.
Yeah.
You know, they even started selling alcohol in theaters. Be like, hey man, we sell beers.
Yeah, movie theater. Like, yeah, I just want to piss the whole time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Movie theaters had a tough time before all this. I don't think they're gonna. I mean, I feel like they were on their way out to begin with.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, I heard AMC's done.
How about concerts? How about the Comedy Store and shit? You gonna allow people to get jammed into places like that?
I don't know.
Finishers tournament. We're just gonna. I mean, dude, I'm gonna be like, listen. Eventually, I'm gonna be like, listen. We're having the tournament.
Nothing's gonna be in real life anymore. Everything's on the internet.
Yeah. We're having the tournament. We're touching each other. You know what a good one is Demolition Man. There's so many things from Demolition Man that you could put up that are just like today.
Well,
Because
so
no
it's-
one's talking about Demolition Man. They're all bringing up all these other ones. But go back. Remember the toilet paper part when he's like, where he's like, Stallone comes out and he's like, I went to the bathroom, but he's like, there's no toilet paper in there. And the one guy's like, he doesn't know about the 3 seashells. And they're like, oh, the 3 seashells. He's like, what's so funny? And then every time you curse, it like fines him. Like he'll be like, what the fuck? And he'll be like, that's a violation of code.
I'm
Blah, blah, blah,
rewatching
blah,
it.
blah. Dude, I'm telling you, that Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes, that's where Dennis Rodman got the idea to start dyeing his hair back in the day, because Wesley Snipes was, had the blonde hair when he came back. I forget what his name was in that movie, but Demolition Man is what they want people to be like. Me and you are gonna be like Dennis Leary. We're all gonna be like Dennis Leary. We're gonna be underground eating rat burgers. You know what I mean? Robbing places, and they're gonna be all the.
He has a truck. He has the Camaro or whatever that works on gas.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff.
It's a gas powered vehicle.
Yeah, and I like how the things that they take. The cops don't have guns; they just have those things that you can shock the person with.
Cattle prods.
Yeah, and he just keeps taking them and jamming them in because the cars, like where you put the electrical thing in, and he just keeps jamming them in there. They keep blowing up. Dude, it's good. He just knows. They downloaded everything into him. This way before the Matrix, but they like downloaded everything into him, like karate, martial arts, all this shit. So he just started like,
all right,
just fucking dudes up, dude.
Whatever, dude.
It was before the Matrix. Wesley Snipes, that movie was good. I mean, I think in real life,
him versus martial arts.
There's all those old movies. I was saying to my brother that a lot of this feels like that's where it's gonna go.
Yeah,
when you look at those old like 80s and like the stuff I grew up on where they showed the future, it was like no one was interacting.
Yeah, no, they weren't touching each other.
But they never explained that's 45.
Everything's going to be
They never explained why.
Like your avatar,
Yeah.
Like it's going to be about your online avatar.
I'm telling you, watch Demolition Man. He comes out and the one guy goes like this and he slaps his hand and the guy's like, oh, you know what I mean? And then the way they do it is they go like this.
We should start doing that.
Dude, and then, it's not even, and then the toilet paper thing blew my mind. I was like, how the fuck did they know? How did they know? And then
is it still scarce? I was able to get a roll at Wegmans, but I didn't know it.
You can only buy one thing at a time, one like pack. But then what was the other one with Demolition Man? That was funny. Oh, I know what it was. Sandra Bullock is like one of the first movies. She was young. She was pretty hot too. And they like her and Stallone were supposed to have a sex scene, but in the movie you don't touch each other. You put these VR goggles on, and he's like. How Stallone, he's like, yeah, he's trying to do it, but then all of a sudden he's like, God damn it, he like takes it off. He's like, I
can't come.
Yeah. He's like, what?
Yeah, that's funny.
Dude, wait till you see it. You're going to die now when you watch it. He's going to be like, what the? Stallone, dude, all fucking fired up. He takes it off. He's like, no. Too man for this, bro. I'm not going down that route, dude. I'm still... Nope, I'm still skin to skin,
you gotta take
dude.
me kicking and screaming, dude. I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, I'm going down. I'm going down to the last bitter end.
If you it's whatever.
I'm touching people. I'm hugging people. I'm doing it. I'm fucking wrestling. Dude. Oh my God. People will go back in the day, dude. What we would like, even now, people take their, people having no shirts on, and on those holiday, open mats where there's like 300 people there. Different places and shit. Some people just aren't going to care though. I know a lot of people that are just going to be like, you know what I mean? I'm not living
I'm
my life. A lot of people.
I'm gonna start charging more and making people be super clean.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's for sure. We're not like
smaller classes. The price is gonna go up, and it's 10 a class, and it's more.
Yeah, and
that could just be what we do.
And we're making people. Wear tights. Like you got to wear tights.
You got to wear.
Yeah, you got to wear the proper equipment.
It seriously might come down to you wearing a mask in jiu-jitsu class. It might really come down to you wearing like some type of neoprene. Because dudes fucking breathe on me all the time and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want your fucking, like, you know what I mean? Don't fucking touch your cheek to my. There's like unwritten touch rules in jiu-jitsu that like don't, you know what I mean? Like you're rolling with each other, but like a man, like we should never be touching like cheek to cheek, and you're like breathing on my neck. It's like, get the fuck off me.
Yeah. And I
combat jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I also we're just gonna make people wear tights, and you know what I mean? If I see you do one gross thing, you just can't train with us. That's the way it is. I mean, we were already doing stuff like this, you know what I mean? But
I was gonna say you guys run a pretty tight ship and clean it.
We're already doing stuff like this, but now we'll just make certain. Now it's got to be a rule.
Yeah, there won't be any leniencies toward things anymore.
You got to wear tights, and I mean, but that should already be a rule. You know, because I don't want a man's legs on my face that I don't like. I don't know you. I don't.
You want to look.
You.
You're trying to, you're trying to look sexy or whatever. Out in the mat, you're teaching the class, looking all sexy with your legs out. It's like, put your legs away, bro.
Yeah, I've told the guys that many a times. You know what I mean?
Anyone's habits on like
or like
how
the
they
key
shower
top with the with the chest.
Well, a lot of
some
times,
people who shower like they wait a couple days to shower. And they're okay with it.
Well, I do this a lot. Like I'll wake up and if it's earlier, I'll come into class. But a lot of times I'll shower once during the day because I do some type of workout or just whatever because I stink. And I'll shower before, I already have a shower before I come to the mat. And then I always shower afterwards. And I always change my clothes. And I still will. Yeah. Every now and then, like, you get some type of weird thing where you're like, what the fuck? But it's usually someone, one time there was a dude in there had ringworm the size of a fucking piece of salami on his knee. There was another time, one of our dudes, like, Thor walks up, he's like, you have ringworm, dumbass. And, like, the hole behind his ear was, like, a huge ring.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you gotta know. If you look at that in the mirror, you're like, that doesn't look like a pimple. Well, I probably shouldn't go sweat and roll with everybody. Like, that's just common sense.
We get really mad, too.
Yeah.
We get really mad.
We get pissed.
I'm not nice.
Yeah, we're not like, oh, man, hey. We're like, yo,
it's rude.
Get the fuck off the mat. You're like, get off the mat, dumbass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't mean to call you names, but really, you're a dumbass.
Zach calls you names. I don't call you names.
I can't wait for that. He's got fucking corona. Get the fuck out of here.
Get off the mat. You know what I mean? Hey, at Marcelo's, they were like, had a thing. They were checking people's temperatures on the way in. Yeah.
It might be the days of 35 in a class is over, bro.
Yeah.
That might be a wrap on that.
I
might
don't
come
even,
at you like
15,
10 maximum. And it's got to be this and that. I mean,
now that you're pointing that out, that's might be how it starts.
I'd rather it, to be honest with you. I'd rather have 10, 15 super dedicated students that don't waste my time than like 30, and then I'm holding back the 10 I like because there's 20 fuck offs in my class.
Yeah. Or there's one guy with a white T-shirt that shows up once in a blue. It's like, dude, I don't care.
Eat
you
shit.
know what I mean? Yeah. I don't even, and that's the thing. It's not me, but it's like, dude, every time I came to class, the instructor never paid me extra attention. I just, hey, how do you do this? And figure it out. And they say, hey, wear this. I wear the shit. Some people think they could do whatever they want.
I get extra attention because I'm good.
We'll just tighten the shit.
Of course.
We'll just tighten the shit.
I want to show you this.
We'll just tighten the shit. That's what we got to do. Just no, you can't do that. And like he said, I don't mind having 10, 15 people in the class. You do it like how yoga does, where you have to go on to the app or website and you have to sign up for that class tonight. And if it's filled, you don't come.
Yeah, it's how the spin classes are.
If you sign up and don't show up, you get like 2 warnings and then fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't get to do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you can't do that. People are gonna want to come back, dude. Big time.
You figure if people are paying like monthly to go to the classes, then that's your core class. And then if you have 5 open, then on the app it's like, oh, there's 5 open.
I mean, I'm making money just doing private lessons. You know what I mean? I'll do that. You know what I mean? If I had to.
Yeah, we could easily set up a thing where I pick like guys like, okay, listen, like if you're a blue belt or higher, and you train all the time and you're a certain weight, I could like try to match up like, hey, what days, these are the days that we're gonna have guys like 160 and under. Here we're gonna have guys that are, you know what I mean? And then we have a class full of beginners, and then I let somebody else teach that.
It's like you guys are already trying to figure it out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right now we're doing it.
But what I'm saying is, if everyone would just try and figure it the fuck out, how the fuck can't we get back?
We don't know yet.
Yeah,
but I'm saying is like, there's also a bunch of people who aren't trying to figure shit out, and they're like, well, I'm collecting unemployment, and I'm only going to work half my hours, collect my unemployment, and then get my stimulus check, and then I'm going to get a couple grand off the government.
That's how it goes a lot. People are always going to want to do shit like that. But like, I'm always, dude, you always have to readjust. Like, that's the one thing, like when we, watch that Dame Dash, that is?
Yeah.
He was Jay-Z, he was bit with Jay-Z back in the day, Rockefeller Records. But he's like, listen, business, dude, and he's been in business forever and dealing with insanely high level shit, and probably going bankrupt and owing people and getting sued and all types of stuff, suing people, and selling businesses and starting his own shit and like wanting to do his own stuff. And he's always like, invest your own money. Like, he's always says cool business shit. Like, and he's like a, dude who's been through it. So I kind of want to I don't listen to everything everyone says, but I listen to a lot of, people that I kind of respect. I don't know, everything about him, but he'd always be like, there's business, there's always problems. You're always going to have problems. Nothing is ever complete. If it's running smoothly, you're not working hard enough. There's something always going to go wrong.
That's the
and you
fucking
always
truth.
have to you might just have to, and the businesses that are able to stay in business, stay in the game, are the ones that have to constantly readjust and reinvent themselves.
Yeah.
And like, look at all these, and it's just shows in martial arts. Like back in the day, we did karate. Karate is still a great thing to have, but now it's like an in addition to. You know what I mean? Maybe learn that when you're a kid, but you want to learn how to box, you need to learn how to kickbox, you need to wrestle, you need to have jiu-jitsu. You can't just do karate anymore, or it's kind of pointless unless you just want to learn art, or you're just going to get your ass handed to you in fights, streets, whatever. You're not like learning a self-defense. It's not really number one anymore for self-defense. People learn that, but there are still a lot of people in our area still teach karate. That's a dying industry, I think. It's not going to be huge. Karate, I mean,
Bro,
dude,
people need karate teachers, bro. There's plenty of you can make a living teaching
yeah,
karate.
you could still do it, but it's not like, oh my God, karate's on the rise as much as how jiu-jitsu is. You know what I mean? But yeah, each town is always going to have your little karate spot that has still a couple hundred people maybe training there because fucking they want to just put
Stephen
kids in
Thompson
and
has
stuff.
a 700 student school.
Yeah, he's teaching all types of shit though. You know what I mean? He's doing a whole bunch of stuff. But you know, that's not a thing that I would want to, you know, they're not adjusting, and some of those guys aren't willing to want to learn the new thing. And we always got to fucking do the new thing or learn the fucking new way business-wise anyways to just, oh shit, if we have to do 10 people in the class, we got to do that. We got to adjust. And some people aren't ready to adjust their shit.
I don't know.
You know? We're going to have to if that's the way, because I don't want to.
I'd prefer it, to be honest with you.
I don't want to get my business license taken away, but I am willing to take some risks.
Yeah.
There was always people like that.
Well put.
When we worked at Tiger Showman's, that like they would always fight the change of
Always, yeah.
They would always, like, if Tiger would come out on a Tuesday and just be like, all right, we're doing it like this from now on. We were going to have to explain it all to you, and this is how it's going to go. And then people would be like, well, what if blah, 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 blah? And then the other guys would be like, blah, 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 blah. And then eventually it got to a point where, like, I saw one day, Tiger just told, like, 50 grown men that he's just like, this is how we're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, instead of getting an argument every time and, like, worrying, like, you should just dive into it. You know what I mean? Just trust me. He's like, do I want bad for any of you guys? Like, you all run my schools. Do I want anything bad to happen? And then it's always like, he's got to fight tooth and nail to convince guys he's trying to do the right thing for. Like, I'm doing what's in your best interest for all of us.
Yeah.
And you're being a fucking asshole. It's like, just work with me here a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Well, even it's the smallest stuff.
You should always be changing your school anyway. If you're not changing shit.
It's the smallest stuff. Like one time we made a rule, like I would look in videos and we have that middle wall and there would be water bottles just loaded up to the top on that wall. And then at the end of the night, I would have to throw away like 30 bottles full of water. Plus I have like 9
Gallon jugs.
Yeah, and then I have 9 Yetis at home because people just keep leaving Yetis, and I give them a day, and then it's mine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Those are expensive ass things. Mm-hmm. But then I made a rule. I was like, yo, I don't want any more water bottles on this thing. And there were like 5 people who were like legit frustrated by that rule.
I'll just come to the school and just knock it off the wall.
Yeah.
I'll just,
And
like,
same thing, like
boom.
people would put a water bottle on our glass case that holds our belts and trophies.
Yeah.
And it would leave like a ring, or they put it on something. I just come in and
Lean
just
on
whack
it.
it to the ground, right? And then, but like I said though, out of 180 people are like, okay, don't put your water bottle there. Fine, I put it in my bag. And then one people, well, where are people going? I don't understand. Where are people going to listen? What are you fucking? You know what I mean? What do you need a drink of water, a sip of water every 2 seconds? We're doing an hour and a half workout. I'll give you a chance to go get your water if you have to leave the mat. You know what I mean? But it's not that big of a deal. But people, dude, people were like, things will never be the same. We can't put our water bottles put it on your bag, numbnuts. So that way all of your stuff is still together. Now, if I want to put my water bottle there, I will. It's my place.
What if it leaks?
Yeah.
What if it leaks on my shit? What if it leaks on my shit?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, handle your shit.
So
dude.
I know when I say, hey, listen, everyone from now on has to wear tights. People are going to be like, whoa. I'm going to be like, dude, listen, don't train.
Yeah, it's.
I got to do it. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a change. You know what I mean? But Tiger Showman is a great example. There would always be something like, hey, we're changing the format. Hey, we're changing this. And people would lose it. What do you mean we're not doing forms anymore? Yeah. Remember that shit? People were losing it. Mm-hmm. They were like, forms. You know, and even at the Quakertown school, they lost like 50 people. And he's like, it'll be better in the long run. This is where it's going. You know what I mean? Because Tiger was always trying to get out front of changes. You know what I mean? And you know, different things in the industry.
Well, yeah. I mean, he ran a karate school when
traditional
MMA started coming up the pipe hard. Like, if you were running a karate school, now you had to be an MMA guy. You know, so he could have been lazy or he could have been stubborn and been like, no, we're sticking to karate. We're going to fucking hold it down for karate.
That's what I'm saying. And he saw that trend.
But right away, he was like, no, we got to get a little boxing. We got to get a little jiu-jitsu. We got to get, you know what I mean?
It's super important.
I've seen that all go down my whole life.
Yeah.
If you're doing the same shit 5 years, like you started and you're doing the same shit you were doing 5 years ago, you're not even in business anymore.
I did this with, like, we were doing audio, and audio was easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just crank out audio, and then I was like, nope, it's got to be video. We gotta go full video.
Because video got big, right?
Yeah,
that was what, like, everybody.
I noticed I started watching podcasts for hours, and then I'm like, we need to go to video. I'm like, because there's this whole audience that, and then you could build up the brand. Plus, it's not, hey, what are you doing? You know, if I ask somebody, hey man, you want to come on my podcast, and then you send them to iTunes, you know, sometimes they're not going to even fuck with it.
Yeah.
If I send them to my Instagram page and there's all these fucking clips and it's full high production, they're like, oh, you're like not fucking around.
Yeah.
But like, to change it to this was such a bigger fucking deal. There's so much fucking work, and I'm just doing it for free until it gets to a point where I can like have other people do it. But it's now, with being stuck here, the only thing that I've taken out of this for a positive is I'm already like, what's the next move? Like I keep telling Jesse, I'm like, and I know when I start saying it out loud, I'm like, oh, you're gonna do it now. So Jesse's like, what do we, you know, what's going on? And I'm like, we're out of here. This whole thing was awesome. We use this as an incubator to do a full video. This needs to be in a better studio. I could be doing this shit out of a house. I'm like, I don't need to pay rent and stay here. I could be doing it in a rancher under fucking ground, doing the same exact thing. I'm like, we're going to get investors. I'm like, I need to put a business plan together. How am I going to get this out here? By paying somebody to start paying. Like, I could take money from somebody and put it into Facebook advertising and blow the fucking numbers off the wall on this podcast, because you got to pay to do shit now.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I'm going to take somebody else's money. I have investors. I always have people asking me. I just don't know what to do with their money.
Yeah.
Being locked down here, I'm like, business plan. We're out of here, bro.
You should go on. I've been what's crazy is there are people doing stuff. Like, I talk about a lot of people being lazy, but there are a lot of people that have hit me up. Like, whether it'll do anything with it, I don't know. But a lot of people have hit me up like, hey, man, I really respect, you know, you guys and, you know, your hustle and, you know, the way you guys create stuff and all that. Like, I want to start my own business, not necessarily jiu-jitsu. They're like, I want to start my own business. Like, how do I get, like, I don't even know where the fuck to start. Like, how do I even, you know, and I'm like, dude, you should check out because a lot of people are local. I'm like, you should check out the SBA, Lehigh University Small Business Association. And we went there and they helped us write a business plan. They helped us do business plan. They helped us do all that stuff. And you can email them and they'll actually help you. If you go on the website now, they got all the stuff about COVID-19 and all this shit. And then they also have like, I want to start up a business unrelated to fucking, it has nothing to do with the coronavirus. I just want to start up a new business. And I think this one might be a great time to
for sure
get a new business going, because businesses, I think, are going to come back strong once people get back out.
You're going to, the landscape's changing. So this is when it's a new need. It's going to be a new, you understand? Like whatever your demand is, it's going to be different. It's going to be a demand another way, or.
Yeah, I'm looking in all that shit.
Be smart. You know
I'm always
just
looking
stay in
into
the game.
New stuff. Yeah,
stay in the game.
That's the name of the game.
I talked to my one buddy once, twice a week.
Don't hate the
sandwich
player,
shop.
hate the game.
What do you want to do with the sandwich shop? So we start kicking ideas around and shit, and it's like, I'm just excited to be, not excited, but like, I'm stuck and can't make moves. But sometimes when you're making moves, there's bigger moves, but you're in between stuff and you're just trying to kind of keep things moving. But now that we're stuck, I'm like, all right, well, when this gets going again, what's the jump? What's the jump that's going to save me 10 fucking moves? Because I already know I can get there. So it's like, all right, well, if that was going to take me 10 moves because of life and busy, you're running all this shit, what's going to save me 10 fucking moves? So I'm just looking for jumps now. That's what I want to do. Get out of this. Open up a sandwich shop. Get the fuck out of here.
Chutes and ladders.
Yeah. I don't know.
Food? Yeah, up the ladder. Coronavirus, down the chute. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got today, dude. I don't know. I feel much better. I feel in a much more positive place than I was last time. I'm still mad.
How many more of these till freedom? 2?
We have no idea because it's indefinite.
We are going by April.
May 1st is when, like I said, maybe we can come back in some fashion. That's what we're looking to do, try to get back on. FinishersMMA.com.
Better show up too.
Check out shopfinishers.com. That is where we sell all of our gear. If you go in there, there's always new shit. Check out I'm going to be releasing a new video series soon online. It's going to be like $20. Leg locks to passing to leg locks. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Do you guys remember that shit?
No.
You don't remember Finkel and Einhorn, dude, from Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Laces Out. And then I'm going to, and also to shout out to everybody buying our BJJ Fanatics DVD. Keep buying that piece because that really helps us out during this whole shutdown too. And I see a lot of guys, a lot of kids out there doing, using the moves. And I see people training all over the fucking place in their house, just watching the Granbys and watching, the BJJ Fanatics DVD. So go out, buy that shit. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. You guys want to say anything?
NWGO.com. Axelrad's still making t-shirts. You need t-shirts made. You need masks. They're doing the banners, all that shit. So if you need any of that stuff, hit me up. Other than that, NewAgainStudio.com for everything.
Yep, we got a Shop Finishers banner coming, and then I want to work on another t-shirt too. Might as well. You know what I mean?
They're doing 15% off.
There you go. We're going to have a YouTube show starting up too. JM.
You know me, I'm not doing shit. I got nothing going on, dude.
Hit us up, but thank you guys for listening, and I'm getting a lot of positive feedback too. People like this one because we don't just talk about jiu-jitsu the whole time. Because people,
I never talk about jiu-jitsu. I fucking hate talking about jiu-jitsu,
especially with people that you don't want to.
Dude, people, I had to leave like all our group chats because my students just tell me shit, and I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, sometimes it does get annoying. Well, that's why I don't like. It's like kind of like when you go to like a party with a friend, and
that's what I've been up to, getting pissed off at martial arts conversations.
And then guys go, "Oh, my buddy over here wants to talk to you about." Like, man. Listen, the business email's in the bio.
Like, dude, I don't even.
Never Again Radio. Shout out, finishers. Peace.